morning, but just a couple things I want to let you know about. The board nominations are open at this time, and Scott is at the webpage. It's on TCEA's webpage. If you are interested in being a leader in your area, then I highly recommend that you put in your application. And we are always looking for new leaders, new blood, try to refresh that board and kind of get some things going, or you would just like to share and be a part of it. It's a wonderful group. We are kind of like our own family, and we support each other and work together on initiatives. So I encourage you to go ahead and nominate yourself to run for the board in your particular area.
Which area is this year?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Actually, this is what's open. It is the even number. So if you are in area 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, or 20, then those are the ones. If you're an odd, then that would be next year. So every other year, it's even odd, flips back and forth. We also have opened up for some what we call executive committee. That's vice president of conventional elect, but you must serve as an area director before you can run for one of those on the executive. The next thing I want to talk to you about are educator awards. It is open for nomination also. This is very important, and we really want to promote that and get a lot of people to either nominate yourself or get someone else to nominate you. And the areas that we have are classroom teacher of the year, library media specialist, instructional technology specialist, technical support person, district or campus administrator, superintendent, technology administrator, lifetime achievement, and then the making it happen actually happens through the board. But what I want to tell you about that is that you have good people in your campus, or you have in your district, or you know somebody near you that's doing a wonderful job. Please nominate them. There is a committee that goes through, sorts through those applications and those letters of reference, and then 3 people are picked as runners-up, or they're in the finalists. The second and third one, or yeah, I guess second, third, how do you say it? They will get $500. The winner gets $1,000. And it's such a nice gift, plus it's a recognition, and it will go a long way in your district. I have to tell you that my superintendent won the Superintendent of the Year award the very first year, and he reminds me of that all the time. And especially whenever he asks me to do something, he goes, you know, you'd think I would be able to do this, because I was Superintendent of the Year. Plus, it has won me brownie points, and I just asked him for something, he goes, and I go, remember, you're Superintendent of the Year. You were years ago or whatever, but it will definitely add brownie points to your side. But we don't get enough nominations, unfortunately. So we really would like you to encourage those in your district to make sure that they're nominated. The other thing we have are scholarships. We have student scholarships. Those are students that are in college or about to go to college, and we also have professional scholarships that you can use to pay for college courses, or to go to professional development, or to come back to the TCEA convention. And I'm telling you, we just don't get enough of those nominations, and so a lot of times you can submit and you are in. Hey, so I encourage you to do. We also have a leadership scholarship now too. But if you think that you know somebody in your district, please encourage them to step up. The next thing I want to talk about are the events that we have coming up. At the end of this month, we have the System Administrator Conference. It is in Dallas. We still have room if you are interested in attending. It's 2 days, October 24th and 25th. The sessions are wonderful, anywhere from how to deploy one-to-one devices or iOS devices to Windows 8, to managing your network, to how to survive an audit. There's many other sessions that are being put on, and I encourage you. On Thursday night, by the event, we're having a casino night. which will be a great mixer and enjoyment. But you can see that. Also, we have, if you go to the TCEA website, you can see the different lunch and learns that are going on. Even if you can't make a lunch and learn, if you sign up for it, you always have access to it later that you can grab and watch at your leisure when that is available to you. Then don't forget the convention. Early registration ends November 1st. You want to make sure that you get everyone signed up for that. And we brought this up yesterday. If you have IMA money that's available to you, you can use IMA money for the registration, not for travel, but for registration, because it does provide the staff development in that particular area. And then the last thing I want to tell you about is TCEA Technology. That is June 15th through 17th. You can put that on your calendar. If you have not attended that event, it is a very special event. It's for primarily teachers pre-K through 5. And it's the sweetest thing in the world, I think, because you know those elementary people, they're nice. They're not like us secondary. They're kind to each other. They're sweet, and they're just kind, and they just get excited about it. And so they really have some great sessions. It will be again in Galveston. We're about to outgrow that facility, but it will be in Galveston. It's a great time to for teachers to bring their families down there while they're playing at the beach, and they're learning and getting refreshed to prepare over the summer for the next coming year. But I look forward to seeing you if you can make the event at the end of this month, but definitely in February, see you again there. Okay.
All right, so the next thing on our agenda is Matt Dawson. If y'all do not know Matt Dawson, the tall guy standing back corner, he is TCEA, not saying he's our instructor, he's our IT guy. He handles all the networking, and more importantly, he's the one that got our listserv back up and running, and he's about to talk about what we need to know for that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, you guys wanted it, and we brought back the listserv to supplement the community. It will go live this morning. Scott will send an email out here in a little bit. But I'm going to go over some of the basics. And I want to remind you that everything I'm going to tell you will be at the bottom of every TCEA email that goes out on the listserv. So if you forget this or don't want to write it down, it'll be in the bottom. All right, so this is the address of where you're going to send and where you will receive messages from the listserv. You're going to want to make sure that this isn't blacklisted or getting caught in your spam, because that's one of the most common things I get is I'm not getting messages from the listserv. All right, just unsubscribe. We had a problem with the last listserv where people were unsubscribing for people, and even when they unsubscribe, the sync between our system would somehow resubscribe them sometimes, and it was a real hassle. We got that worked out. And so what you will do is at the bottom of every email is if you want to unsubscribe, you will send an email to this address here, and you will follow the steps to unsubscribe yourself. Once you do this, it's forever. You'll have to email me to get back on it. If 3 years down the road you rejoin TECSIG, you will still be unsubscribed. And just a reminder, this is just unsubscribing you from the listserv. This is not from the community. That's still its own entity. This doesn't go into there if you want to receive any type of messages there. Okay, there's 2 different types of mail delivery. Right now, all 430 people in the listserv are normal. So that means if I send a message, you're going to get it within the next 5 minutes. It comes straight to your box. So if there's a lot of activity in one day, let's say, it's a hot day in TECSIG, there's 20 messages coming down, you're going to have 20 different things in your inbox that could fill up. If you don't like that, you can switch to a digest, and the digest will send a basically summary email of all 20 of those items at about 1 a.m. every night. So if you want to switch to that, again, this is the bottom of their email telling you, you'll send an email right here to digest/TECSIG at listserv.tca.org. You'll get a confirmation that you've switched. And once you're digest, you should be good to go. If you need to change, you can email me and I can switch you back to normal. But I'd say a good 30% of people would use digest. Okay, if there's additional questions, this is at the bottom of every email, has a lot of good resources. I'm going to keep updating it for more frequently asked questions that I get. I think the most common one is if you're not receiving messages today, you want to either check to make sure that your TECSIG membership is up to date. Sometimes they can lapse if you don't know it, and you won't be on the listserv, or make sure that you are actually getting messages from us at that email address. One of the main problems I see is a lot of people have email aliases. They'll have 2 different kind of emails because their district maybe moved to a different domain name or something like that. It's whatever is registered with TCEA. Okay, that's the email address we know. So if you want to unsubscribe, it's going to only know that email address. So make sure you keep that email up to date with TCEA. So the TCEA community still exists. The TECSIG group will still be there. Those listserv is great. It does lack uploading of resources, documents, that type of thing. And even the calendar, which the community still has, so you can still use that, take advantage of it. They're both there, but again, to remind you, they're kind of 2 different entities, and so they'll be kind of treated separately. And that is it. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me or call me directly on this. And hopefully it works real well and you're happy with it.
Joel had a question.
Joel had a question.
I did not.
No.
Here's 2.
Yeah, 2. I know one of them was, how many of you have ever accidentally unsubscribed from the listserv?
How many of you have been unsubscribed intentionally from the listserv?
Yeah. All right. So hopefully, I'll send an email out as soon as I get back over here, and you'll be on the list, and nearly 600 people will get a surprise email, or at least the 500 that aren't here will be surprised. There's that.
You gotta talk into it.
All right. Thank you,
I've been
man.
unsubscribed.